The Montreal Canadiens beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, setting up a cinematic Round 2 series with the Buffalo Sabres. Hi, I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick, and I gotta tell you, first things first, I'm recording this a second time because the first time, there was no audio. I, like a dum-dum, forgot to set the settings so that this microphone would pick up my audio. I feel like a dum-dum. Much in the way the Tampa Bay Lightning, I'm sure, feel like a dum-dum for losing to a team that only took 9 shots. Yes, the Montreal Canadiens beat the Tampa Bay Lightning on 9 shots. 9 shots alone. That is all it took for Tampa to lose in the playoffs. I must tell you, it could not have happened to nicer people. Now, I say nothing about the Tampa Bay Lightning fans here. I have a great deal of family in Tampa Bay. I love them dearly, and I wish no ill upon them. But the players on the ice, I wish them hockey ill. I don't wish them ill in real life. I wish them health, wealth, and happiness. But on the ice, I wish them ill. The standout moment for me for Tampa Bay that would cause such a feeling is when they were playing my Buffalo Sabres, and Hagel just wound up and punched Dahlin in the back of the head. Not a big fan of moves like that. Don't like it when people do that. And also, they had this thing where they called what the Sabres play river hockey. It was meant as an insult. It was meant as a way to say, these Buffalo Sabres, they play this sort of JV brand of hockey. And, they're good at it, but it's not real hockey. It's pond hockey. It's river hockey. It's fake hockey. It's the kind of hockey you play with your friends. Well, Tampa, I'm sorry, but you lost to a team that only took 9 shots. Like, my guys. Anyways, there's no point in insulting the Tampa Bay Lightning anymore. They're on their way to the golf course. The Montreal Canadiens are on their way to round 2, and they're on their way to a date with the Buffalo Sabres. This round 2 matchup, I think, is going to be cinema. Is going to be pure cinema, as the kids say. And I'm sure somebody in the comments will correct me if I'm using that incorrectly. If you'll notice the gray hair in my beard, I probably shouldn't be saying such phrases, but I say it anyway. Montreal is a young team, much like the Buffalo Sabres. They're young, relatively playoff inexperienced as a group, and their fans are much like Buffalo's fans, where they travel well, they love their team, they're invested. This is going to be very exciting from just an atmospheric standpoint. From the Sabres home ice to the Canadiens home ice. These are two teams that, in terms of driving distance, very similar to Boston. They're only about 5 hours apart. Fans can travel between these two cities. The border might be an issue. Maybe. Kind of. Sort of. But the fans are able to travel to both arenas, meaning there's already tension in the Buffalo Sabres home ice trying to keep ticket sales from going to Canadiens fans. And when you're trying to fight off the other team's fan base, you know how exciting it's going to be. The Buffalo Sabres faithful will be out in force, but Montreal is going to have a presence, even on Sabres home ice. That makes for some exciting times. The Buffalo Sabres round 1 win over the Bruins was already by itself pure magic. Went to 6 games, competitive games throughout. Well, exciting. Well, let's be real. The Boston Bruins took 2 Yeah, they won 2 games. 2 surprising wins on Buffalo's ice. I will say game two had me worried. Game 5 had me worried. Game 6, we were in Boston home ice. It was 2-1 in favor of the Sabres, but things looked tense. Get to the end of the game. The Bruins are pressing. They've got an offensive zone face-off. It looks like, they got their big guns out. It looks like something's going to happen there. We lose the face-off. Oh, pit in your stomach. And then Josh Doan just said, nope. The Bruins win the face-off, but turn over the puck. Josh Doan splits 2 Bruins defenders into their zone, turns and sees 2 things. First, he's got 2 Sabres jerseys in center ice. And he's got a guy's elbow headed straight for his face. Despite the elbow headed for his face, he centers the puck. Zach Benson is waiting there, and that just delightful little rat buries the shot. 3-1 advantage Sabres, and that was really the knife. Josh Norris scored an empty netter later in the game to make it 4-1, but really, once you got to 3-1, that was really like, okay, now not only is all the pressure on the Bruins, but this game is pretty well in hand. Just keep playing your game. You'll be okay. I want to give Zach Benson flowers for a second. Josh Doan should get most of the, and he is getting a lot of credit, as he should, on bigger channels. WGR was giving him a ton of credit on the radio, as he deserves. He deserves that for that play. But let's give Zach Benson some flowers here for a second. He is a rat in the best way possible. He's this tiny little guy who scraps with anybody who even remotely looks at his team sideways. Oh, Nick, he had a slew foot at the end of the game. So what? That guy had been being dirt. The guy he tripped, not slew-footed. The guy he tripped had been being dirty all game. I don't even remember his name. I don't remember his name because he didn't even do anything good except be dirty. That guy tripped Tage Thompson earlier in the game, so Zach Benson was just getting him back. Drew an axe chop from him, and when that stick chopped down on him, he just smiled. And then he went to the penalty box for tripping, and he was just chirping the other guy from the penalty box. Hysterical behavior. The Sabres put out a graphic. I think it was Zach Benson's statistics from the series. I think one of the statistics was 25 feelings hurt. I love that Sabres admin for the social media team kept track of how many feelings Zach Benson hurt and made a graphic, and just amazing. Just fantastic. Sabres in the locker room gave Zach Benson the belt. It's something they award at the end of each game, and he got the belt. He deserved it. They called him a rat, and he goes, "You're effing right." We love a guy who knows who he is. The Sabres took the Bruins to the woodshed in many different ways during their playoff series. And they're going to continue taking teams to the woodshed. We'll have more to speak on this tomorrow and Wednesday. But I think the Buffalo Sabres, I think this is another 6-game series. I think the Buffalo Sabres take it. And I think the Montreal Canadiens get sent home to Canada. And that would mean the Buffalo Sabres move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm looking forward to this series. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be tense. There's going to be heroes all over the ice. I can't wait to see who steps up. But for now, I'm out of time. I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick. Have a great day.